Yes, I would like to tell you about an article from Atlantic.com written by Julie Beck. It's September 6, 2013. The focus on the article is the abnormal in society, um, with a message about spreading the word about dolls and strange addictions all over the world. In the article, we follow the man Dave Cat, who is 40 years old. He lives with his wife, Sidora, um, which is a robot. He bought her for $6,000, and it's made by Abyss Creation. He actually has two dolls. The other one is his lover, which name is Elena. He lived with the two dolls in a small flat in Michigan. It's top quality dolls, and Dave Cat consider himself as an activist for Cinetic Love. He's actually quite famous because he's one of the first guys who lived with dolls and tell the world about it. So he appeared in different TV shows such as My Strange Addictions and Guys and Dolls. Um, he made backstories about the relationships to dolls. He believed them as real life partners, and he doesn't think it symbolized loneliness to sharing his life with dolls and not with a normal human. Before he got his dolls, he considered himself as a technosexual, which is someone who loves robots and are attracted to them and not attracted to normal girls. He loves dolls because he thinks that they're just like humans, but without the emotional part of them. So he he doesn't can be sad. Um, he, yeah, he can just make what you want. Um, it is 70% sex and 30% partnership. And Dave Cat makes the doll's background style. He actually made that character. It is his choice how they are and what the story is. He builds a lot of friendships with people all around the world with the same interest for dolls and robots. Um, he thinks that without the dolls, he would be not as individual as he are with dolls, because he owe them and take all the responsibility for them and all the decisions for their life. Um, he had real girlfriends before, and the relationship with the dolls, but it was some strange relationships where it was two guys and one girl. So he actually haven't had a normal relationship with just one girl and one guy. He thinks that one of the good things with the robots, or the dolls, sorry, it's that they will never lie, they will never cheat on you, never criticize you. Dolls is just more safe for your feelings and your emotions. He doesn't want to chase the perfect woman because it might not exist. So instead of trying all life to search for the perfect woman, he can just buy a doll and make the doll just as he want the doll to be, and making the perfect woman through a doll. So that is why he thinks it is so smart to live together with a doll. He likes to pretend that they are real human being. Um, he has some internet blogs for the characters. So he tried to express the dolls through the internet. Um, he has Twitter accounts and a Tumblr where he writing stuff from their character, so people can know them and try to figure out how the dolls is and where they come from and what they think about life and what yeah. So that is that is how he makes them more alive. Um, well, his friends is cool with his passions for dolls, and So there was a backstory is that she's a daughter of a Japanese father and an English mother. She was born in Japan and raised in Manchester in England. Helena is a similar story. She grew up in Vladivostok in Russia. You can say that Davecat is a kind of afraid for real relationships because he doesn't want to take the fight and all the discussions as there is in a relationship. So instead of them, he just take a relationship with dolls, so he doesn't can be hurt. Most of his female friends likes the dolls more than his male friends, but yeah, I just think that is just how the difference between females and males are. Females are maybe they maybe understand the things more than male does, but he says that all of his friends is fine with it, so yeah, that's fine for him. Well, he thinks living with adults is an opportunity to feel commitment and less lonely. And he's, I say, international fame because of TV and his friends all over the globe. In the future, we see more technosexual because we develop more on the robots and the dolls, and the robots are developing and making progress all over the world. I'm waiting for a female robot, and Davecat has his things for that. It's a good life together with a robot or with a doll. So if more people who maybe feel lonely or doesn't want to live in a relationship with a lot of discussions and emotions, and you feel maybe a lot of sad because your partner is making you sad. So instead of that, you can just buy a robot, and you can make the robot just that you want them to be. You can make your dream girl or dream boy through a robot. And the world is changing, and people are always trying the new technology because they are curious. So of course there are some negative things for Davecat. Actually, his dad doesn't want to be in the same room as him because he think it's so weird that his son is together with a robot. And I think a lot of people can't really understand this and think it's crazy to live together with dolls. But I think in the future, when we see the robots coming more, and it'll be more normal because you make robots just as a human being, and I think it isn't that good that a lot of lonely people just can buy a robot instead of trying to find a real girlfriend or a real boyfriend. And I think we'll see the human being more critical on on finding a relationship because they can just buy a robot or a doll and make them just as you want them to be. So I think it's kind of dangerous, but also a kind of exciting to see how the technology are developing and how it can also help lonely people. Yes, that was